do I have the mental capacity to even help with this? Sometimes a moment could just be a moment. Okay, as soon as I hit, like my wheels are turning, I'm looking for solutions immediately. It's okay to sit down somewhere and tell people that you're not going to be fixing nothing today. And that feels good to me. Hey everyone, I am JusmeShakoyahD and welcome to my bubble. This channel is for Black women who are on their self-love journey and are learning to put themselves first. My bubble is my safe space to express myself while I inspire you all to do the same. This is Love the Creative Black Woman, a series where we self-care through crafting as we connect on our self-love journey together. Okay, so today I got my blue flower pens. So we're going to work on some of these today, but what we're talking about today is something that I actually realized recently is that I have a tendency to, I guess, solutionize, I want to call it, and to problem solve and I guess fix everything for everybody. And it's just like innately in me. And I don't know when I developed this need to just fix things, fix situations or whatever, even if it's not my problem. I feel like I've always been like this. But the message today is you don't have to fix everything. What I discovered, and I don't even remember what I was doing, but I realized that, I've been listening to this book called You Can Heal Your Life. Yeah, You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay is a book that I've been listening to, and I've been going through like the exercises on it. And I bought her first book. It's called You Can Heal Your Body. And then I got this one was online that I saw, and I'm going through the exercises. I'll probably actually buy the physical book so I can read it, because I just retain information better that way. But I came to the realization that you're trying to fix stuff that don't need to be fixed, number one, but also is like, it's not my problem, my issue, my challenge to fix or resolve, or like, this ain't my puzzle. I don't need to solve this. It's not. It's just so interesting because it's just like innately ingrained in you. And I think as Black women, because so many things are put on us to do, or to say, or to be in charge of. And I mean, we are leaders, we're natural born leaders a lot of the times, and we like to do things and we like to help people. And sometimes what I learned recently was that help and support are not necessarily the same thing. So you can support people on things, and you can like, using the word help just feels like the right word. Like, I'm just so used to saying help. But you can support people on things, and that doesn't mean the same thing as you helping them. So maybe you support them through the problem, but you don't necessarily problem solve for them. Or maybe it's like I'm trying to think of a scenario. Because the way I realized this, I wasn't actually in the moment of fixing something. I realized it just like reflecting on my behavior. But okay, let's say somebody comes to you with a problem, because I actually used to do this all the time since I was a kid. And I was told that, I'm just compassionate. So yeah, I'm compassionate. I listen, blah, blah, blah. But so basically somebody comes to me with a problem, and I'm listening and I'm all in about it. And, we're going to figure out how to fix this. Or I just go into Jan Van Zant mode, and I'm telling you how you could fix your life. And maybe you can move on to this thing or do that thing or da, da, da. And it's like, girl, anybody ask you to do all that? And even if they did ask you to do that, it's not your problem. Like, you don't have to pick up the weight of their problem and put it on your back and be like, you know what? I'm going to solve this for you. I'm going to save the day for you. Because 9 times out of 10, they're not even working to solve their own problem. And that's who need to be solving it. Not you, not me. Like when we talked about a while ago about like not being obligated to do stuff, that's one of the things. You're not obligated to fix everything. And not everything needs to be fixed. It may not look exactly how you would want it to look, or how you wanted it to look, what you were working toward, but that don't mean you gotta go change it up. It might be where it needs to be. It might be a lesson that somebody else needs to learn. So if you fix it for them, what they gonna learn? What they gonna do now? They're not gonna get that lesson. And then when they go back through that problem again, you gonna be right back at it like, you know what? I helped you with this last time, so I could fix it again. You are an empath and absorb others' feelings. Yes, I am. I'm definitely an empath, and I didn't know this when I was younger. So I'm just thinking I'm helping out a friend, but I'm over here stressed out more than they were over their problems. Mind you, like, we're kids, so like what problems did we really have? But at the same time, it's like I'm over here stressing out and they're over there chilling because they just needed to vent. And now I absorbed all this energy and I ain't got nobody to vent to. So I'm over here thinking that, oh, this must be my responsibility to solve because, you know, God gave me this compassion and stuff, and I feel compelled to help you. And it's like, yes, you can assist, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you need to go all out, problem solve, whatever issue, relationship issue. You don't need to go get them a job. Like, you can help. You could send them over the link for the application, okay? You could tell them some advice for their relationship, but that doesn't mean it's your responsibility to set up a secret meeting so that they could meet up or anything like that. I had to learn to ask, do you need help or do you need a listening ear? Yes, it took me a long time to actually learn that because I feel like I wasn't actually told that when I was younger. So I'm just like, oh, this is just what people do. They listen, and then my innate thing was, I'm just gonna help you with this because I like to help people, so why not? But yeah, it took me a while to start learning, like, to actually ask, do you actually need help? Like, do you want me to give you advice? Do you want me to sit here quietly? Do you not want me to react? Now that, I'm gonna be honest, not reacting at all, sometimes that'd be hard for me. So like, if we on the phone, you can't see my face, cool. You're not gonna know my face is reacting, okay? But my sister told me the other day, when I was on the phone with her, she said, don't react. I couldn't hold it in. We was on FaceTime. So she said what she had to say. It shocked me. My face just said it all. And I was like, oh, you said don't react. My bad. Hold on. So I tried to do it again. It didn't work. But at the very least, I could just listen. But it took me a long time. I think we need to normalize letting people know, hey, like, before you even start telling them what's wrong or whatever, just let them know, like, hey, I'm not looking for a solution. I might not even want your opinion or your advice on this situation. I just need a listening ear. I need a friend right now. And that would help a lot of empaths around the world. I will just say it will help a lot of superwomen around the world because superwomen, listen, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but my wheels be turning, okay? As soon as I hit, like, my wheels are turning. I'm looking for solutions immediately. And it took me so long to, like, really figure that out. Or even to know, like, not everything needs your assistance or your opinion. Some things, yes, they might need help, they might need assistance, but maybe they need to talk to a professional. Or maybe you're not actually available and they need to reach out to somebody who is, or maybe you have somebody that you could recommend to them that can help them in this specific situation. But it doesn't always have to be you. And that's something that I had to learn, and I'm still learning, because even when it comes to things for me, like, sometimes it's just a matter of, like, okay, I don't need to put myself in a situation that needs to be problem solved, or I don't need to look at this situation that's here already like I need to problem solve it. Sometimes a moment could just be a moment. Sometimes it's just a moment, and it doesn't need to be anything that's changed from it. It just is. You have to let it be the moment that it is. And I feel like as I start to listen to myself and I start to check in with myself, I start to realize, like, oh, this doesn't look like the normal situation or a typical thing that maybe I would have dreamt of. But that doesn't mean that this has to be fixed. It doesn't mean that anything is wrong with this moment. It's just not what I was expecting. And that's fine. And going back to asking, like, do you need help or do you need a listening ear? I think another thing is ask yourself, do I have the mental capacity to even help with this? Because I know I found myself often helping with things, and it's just like I just overloaded myself now with extra work, even though I already had a million things to do. But because you're my friend or you're my family member, like, I care about you, so then I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna put this other stuff to the side real quick, but this only gonna take like an hour or two, right? And it turned into 3-4 months. And then you're behind on what you were doing, and you're not checking in with yourself, and you really don't have the mental capacity to deal with whatever it is you're dealing with right now. But because you decided that you wanted to be Bobette the Builder, yeah, I said Bobette, Barbara the Builder, whatever you want to call it, you decided to start building stuff, being a construction worker, then it became your responsibility because you decided this is what I'm going to do. Sometimes you got to weigh out the pros and cons and be like, you know what? It's not worth my time right now. It's just not worth my time to problem solve this. And half the time they don't want you to problem solve. They might want you to give them advice. They might want your help with something, but 9 times out of 10, they don't actually want you to problem solve the whole thing. That's people pleasing. I struggle with that with family, overextending myself. Yes, I feel like with family, a lot of times it's hard to just leave family hanging, to be honest, to be like, I don't have the mental capacity for this, because it's like, you're my family. But if I don't have the mental space, or if I know that I'm already overwhelmed, then rather than trying to fix this for you, let me help you find some resources that will aid you in handling your situation. Because family or not, if I ain't birthed you, this technically is not my responsibility if I don't want it to be, because everybody's an adult. Like, that's just kind of what it is. That sounds kind of harsh, I'm not gonna lie, but it is the truth though. You can always help people, like, you can always support people. And maybe I'll talk in the next episode about what I learned about the difference between support and help, because that was a change, a huge change for me, and I just learned that a few weeks ago. But you could always be there for them, but you always have to check in with yourself first, is what I'm learning. Because child, when you don't and you realize you overextended, it's like, it's too late at this point. You really be like, I'm already knee deep into this thing and I am drowning right now. But I told you I was going to be there for you, and my word is my bond, so I'm here because we family and I love you. And sometimes it's like, I need to go home and take a nap. I don't need to be here right now. This ain't even a huge issue. Or it wasn't until I decided I wanted to step in. It was something minuscule, and now we just over here fixing it up. Just fixing everything. And it's not necessarily your responsibility. You don't have to. Dear Black woman, it's okay to sit down somewhere and tell people that you're not going to be fixing nothing today. You do not have to fix everything. It is not your responsibility. It's not your job. You weren't put here on earth only to fix things for other people. Now, it might feel that way. And I mean, if you are on salary as a fixer, if you are the Olivia Pope actually in real life and you're making money off of it, then I understand, I get it. But if you're not, then just know that not everybody needs you to fix things for them. And you don't have to fix everything. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the moment as it is, and that is okay. Be okay with being okay and not fixing, not solving, just being able to be a listening ear and enjoy the peace. Enjoy the peace that it brings when you don't have to fix anything. Enjoy that moment and take the time to take care of yourself. Love the creative Black woman. Thank you guys again so much for joining me for another episode. I appreciate each and every one of you. Let me know in the comments if you typically have issues with fixing things. Do you fix things a lot? And if you also just enjoyed this episode, make sure you leave a bouquet flower emoji in the comments below. If you like this episode, you are gonna love the one that's linked here. I will see you guys next time. Bye.